On our way back to Ohio, Ava, Lily, and I are here. My traveling buddy. Ollie and Addie and Mummy are in the other car. A big weekend, we didn't win any big stake races. In fact, we didn't have a great showing in the stake race. Had a great weekend. We didn't have a great showing in the stake races at the Poconos. Certainly did at Philadelphia, Harris, Philadelphia, with Spitfire Overseas. And then as I got back to Ontario, as I'm driving back, I'm super happy because Ollie has just pitched 2 scoreless innings and drove in some runs. They've won 2 games. I'm excited because he did it. A little down in the dumps because I missed him doing it, but really excited for the team and really excited for him. Now I get to Ontario. They lose the first game. It's a nail biter. It was actually a fantastic game, and they got beat fair and square. The other team just did a little bit better job, and it was just a great game, but they lost. So we're going into Sunday afternoon. They have to win, do or die. And they're playing a team that I don't know if they'd ever played them before. They're from North York. Yeah, where was Leaside though?
I think we were in Leaside.
Yeah, North York is exactly where it was. So I think it's a conglomerate of a number of little areas there. Man, their team was good. Their team was very, very good. Big team too. Big kids on that team. And they were down 4-0 in the first inning, clawed their way all the way back. They went back and forth through the middle innings. Now Ollie was 1 for 1. He come up in the must have been the top of the 5th. No, they were the home team. Come up in the bottom of the 5th, and they were down 2 runs. I told the story, I think, the other day. And if you follow me on Facebook, you can actually go on Facebook, go on my Facebook page, and you can actually hear how happy I was. Ollie has never been known as a power hitter, but for the last 3 weeks, he's 2-3 weeks been hitting the ball really well, stinging it. Stepped up to the plate. He fell behind 0-2, battled back like 2-2, and a kid threw him a heater, and he hit it over the fence. I saw it leave his bat. I'm like, oh, that's great. Yeah, it's a good poke. And then I see it carrying, and it was there's moments, I think, in your life that you just remember, right? Obviously, I remember winning the Gold Cup in Saucer. I remember my marriage, right? Kids being born, things that are very important to me in my life. And that was one moment I don't think I'm going to forget for a very long time, if ever. It was quite. They lost the game. And the kids were crying. Ollie took it so good, too. A lot of the kids are throwing their helmets, and they're upset. Of course, they're kids. Ollie took it all in stride, and understood that they lost fair and square, which is tough. I don't know if I could do that. I wouldn't be one of those kids smashing something. I think I would have been. But he took it all in stride, and just grown so much over just this summer. Just grown up quite a bit, and just very, very proud of the way he played, proud of the way he lost, to be honest. I hate saying that. Old guy told me one time, you show me a good loser and I'll show you a loser. So I was never a good loser, but there is having respect for the other team, and Ollie certainly did. So it just ended up being, here we get, I did a terrible day at the Poconos, and you guys know the story behind the Poconos. There's nothing anybody can do about it. It's done. Turn the page. But it was a tough page to turn. So I got pummeled in the Poconos, come all the way home. My son lost his baseball tournament, and I still had one of the best weekends of the summer. Just a tremendous weekend. Spitfire Overseas just impressed me so much. The determination that Colt must have shown to go out and do what he did the other day was amazing. And then I got to watch Pickpocket, Militant, and Perlucky last night. Perlucky raced good, got run in a little bit. He had to chase him to get to the front past the 3/8. Not his cup of tea. Hung in tough. I think he was 5th, if I'm not mistaken. I think he was 5th, and raced good. He's just a tough horse, just a war horse. Militant, 57 seems to be what he's good at right now. Was he bad? No, he wasn't great. Wasn't bad. He's okay. There's a colt, though. What I like about this colt is he came out in the trap. You watch the post parade, you watch the warm-up going to the gate. His ears are up. He's looking around, not pinned on his neck being sour. His ears are up. He didn't mind his work. He just didn't do enough of it last night. But I didn't think he raced bad. And I think he's done enough to get in the final, but I don't know. Maybe he hasn't. I'm sure our bean counters will figure that out for us. And then Militant raced good, closing in on the end of it. That's how you want to see the horse race. I'd love to see him run out, charge past that horse. But a mile and 54 and a piece, last quarter 28.2 is put it this way, a much better mile than he went last week, right? There's that. He should make the final for sure. He's got a first, third, and fourth. He must have it. That was the fourth division. He's got something else. He has to make the final. I'm sure of it. As I say, sure, I'm not positive. I'm just pretty sure he'll make the final. So it was a great weekend. I woke up today and I see everybody jumping in, buying the buckets. I had a lot of people, new people, emailing me saying, Anthony, I don't really understand the buckets. So for everybody out there, let me run through it. Most of you know. The buckets are really just, in a sense, a way for me to gauge, not just gauge, but know exactly what we have to deal with financially as we go into Ohio, as we go into Lexington. What we have for that sale, rather than me guessing, hoping, trying to cut corners at the sale, coming home with horses, and then calling everybody to try and piece them out. It's just a way where I can go to the sale and say, okay, I know I can buy that premium horse because we have that bucket spoken for. So before I bid on that horse, whatever horse that might be, I know it's paid for. The same for the two premium. Somebody asked, why the discrepancy financially in the buckets? You answered the question in your question. And that's not being a smartass. It's a fair question. But your answer is in the question. The discrepancy is financially driven. There are people out there. The stable has over 900 active clients. And a lot of our clients are people that own 1%, 2%. Maybe that's all they can. And you know what? That's great. That's all I want them to own if that's all they can afford. I want everybody to have fun. So I know that having that premium bucket at whatever it's priced at, $220,000 or $250,000 US, that's a lot of money. That's still $3,000 for 1%. And we have clients that are probably going to wake up tomorrow or the next day when they realize the buckets are up and buy 20%. We have people that will do that. But I want to make sure that our core clients get an opportunity to get in. And if you don't feel comfortable spending $3,000, and if you don't, you shouldn't. And that's why that other bucket is there. And for people thinking that somehow the better horses are going to end up, yeah, there's going to be a few more expensive horses in that premium bucket, that A bucket. But no one knows. You guys know that by now. No one knows which horses are going to be good, which horses aren't, which horses are going to make it at 2, which ones are going to excel at 2 at the start of the year, in the middle of the year, at the end of the year after. No one knows that. I don't. And if I don't, you certainly don't. So it's just, the buckets are simply made up as a mathematical puzzle. That's it. Here's the money that fits into the bucket. Here's the horses we bought. And the dollar amounts match up. There's your bucket. Usually we have 3 or 4 horses at the very most in that B bucket, 5 or 6 in the top bucket, and that premium horse. So you're looking at 11, maybe 12 horses coming out of that sale. We already have a few Ohio breds. So again, we're going to have somewhere approaching 20 Ohio bred yearlings next year. Not that far off what we had this year. And we had a great year in Ohio. Again. And then rinse and repeat for Lexington. Right? Pennsylvania, Ontario. These are what we're looking for in Lexington. We already bought. We'll get to that today. We bought our 2 Illinois breds today. And I think Jimmy did a hell of a job, if I do say so myself. Did a wonderful job today. We usually end up with 1 or 2 New York breds for our New York clients. A lot of the New Jersey will bleed into Kentucky, that dual eligibility stuff. Before you know it, as we head into Harrisburg, the majority of our team will be built. And then we step back and say, what do we need? Is there anything we need? Is there anything that I feel we're lacking in? That's usually what Harrisburg, we do in Harrisburg also. We'll end up with 1, 2, 3 premium horses and a whole stable full of strength. And a component of the financial component, there is a financial component of the sales coming up that will be dealt with tomorrow. We have 7 horses selling. I don't think there's a reason why all 7 won't sell, and all 7 won't sell at a seller's price. Quality horses, there's not a lot of them out there. You guys have noticed I bought 5 horses in the last 2 days. I bought 3 race horses. One yesterday, a sliver of fashion, sold out, gone immediately. Bought 2 horses today. Divine Zeddy, or Zet, 4-year-old mare with 1 lifetime Cantab Hall mare with one lifetime win. She fits the maiden claimer at Northfield, but Megan has been telling me the numbers of 1, 2, and 3 are a little soft at Yonkers right now. Real good purse money there. So I know a lot of people out there, Anthony, please don't stay in New York. Guys, there's more than enough people out there that have licenses for New York. I probably will leave the Zeddy mare in New York with Megan. She'll race at Yonkers and the Poconos right now. We can't bring them all back home because I did buy the fashion horse to also race in the lower condition claiming class at Northfield. And it's not that I'm out there looking for cheaper horses. I'm looking for those foot soldier types, those ones that are going to do us some good throughout the fall, into the winter. That's what we're looking for. And if a really good horse comes up, I didn't tell many of you this, I was the underbidder on a colt for $120,000 the other day. We're not missing any horses. We're not missing any fastballs right now. We're selling, but we are actively acquiring right now also racehorses that hopefully will make, as I like to say, an immediate impact. Horses like Cupid Express, right? Horses like they can come in, hit the ground running. Well, hopefully not running, trotting or pacing. So there's a lot going on right now. Our stable is fluid. It is ultra fluid right now. There's a lot of moving going on. The 3rd horse I bought was a bit of a flyer. Not really a flyer because he's made $112,000. I think we raced against this horse with Slim Jimmy, if I'm not mistaken. All gas, no brakes. Horse that has speed, has been erratic at times, made breaks at times. In fact, made 2 in a row. Now he has to qualify. So the horse is stabled literally at the same place that Stacy and Brett are stabled at. In fact, Brett drove the horse over I think his last start when he made a break. So we have to get him qualified. I was just going to bring him back to Northfield, but I can't be here Wednesday. I'm at the Meadows Wednesday afternoon. I'm at Northfield Wednesday night. I can't get to the qualifiers at Northfield. Can't get him to the Meadows tomorrow. Can't get him in to qualify tomorrow anyway. So the next qualifying option was Scioto Downs on Tuesday, a week from tomorrow. So that'll give Stacy enough time, get him looked at, make any changes you want to make, and then qualify him. Just get him qualified, and then we'll decide what we're going to do with him. That's the plan with all gas, no brakes. All 3 of those horses were priced in our wheelhouse, what I would consider a buyer's price. Very happy with all of them. So I was happy last night with Pickpocket. I was happy. Militant did what he could do, I believe. You know, did he go right to the well? 105% foot to the floor? No, I don't think so. But he raced pretty good. Perlucky did everything he could. You never have to question that horse's go. He is tough. Tough. Now I get White Tiger racing in a minute. I didn't want to pull that out. I'll do the video after White Tiger's race. No, you're not getting me again today. Good luck to everybody with White Tiger. Especially the woman that's 5 miles behind me in her car. If I'm talking and the race goes off and you see a white car go zooming by me, maybe he made a break. Something may have went awry with White Tigers tonight. I'm sure he'll be fine. So, good racing on Sunday night from our horses. An amazing race from Spitfire Overseas in the afternoon. Probably the most rave reviews you're going to get about a horse finishing 5th will be of Spitfire Overseas last night. I cannot speak highly enough of this horse and what he accomplished yesterday. Truly, truly, truly amazing. big week coming up this week for all of us, and what is going to be the biggest race card of the year for us. We're going to race for somewhere between 1.3 and 1.6 million at Scioto Downs next Saturday. Make your way to Columbus. It'll be a lot of fun. Now, we don't have any stone cold killer lock horses. The 2 fillies are in tough, right? Gypsy Hill, although now that we got him sorted and the way he felt training the other day, I might be a little more confident than I was before about Gypsy Hill. I still would have loved to race him in the lower class, but that's where Irresistible Sun's going to be on the same night. Gypsy in the final, Irresistible Sun in the consolation. Both are trotting fillies in the final. Purple Peep Leader, trained great. I'm going to train the other filly tomorrow around 2.4, 2.5. Just want to make sure she's in the right frame of mind moving forward. And then our girl Swinging Senorita, who's just been a staple in the stable for the last 2 years. Just a fantastic filly. She goes behind the gate. So a lot going on. Tomorrow is the sale. We have 7 selling in the preferred equine online sale starting at 3 o'clock tomorrow. We have a number of horses training tomorrow, jogging tomorrow. We have horses racing tomorrow. Who do we have tomorrow? Arson, Cutie Cumber, and Don't Talk About Bruno. Wednesday, we got How the Hell, J-Port Beach Boy, Born to Dance, Wallop. Blanton's Blues going to make an Ohio appearance on Wednesday. Watch Your Mouth and Be Lisa. A lot of stuff going on, and that's just the start. So with that, I'm going to let you guys go. I hope you had a great, it's over now, it's coming to an end, Labor Day weekend. The official start to fall is on the 21st, but for us, it's this weekend. It is sale season. It is here now. The buckets for Ohio are out. Thank you all for jumping in and getting involved. And I'm going to tell you, for those of you who are saying, I'll get to it next week, I can assure you, many of our bigger Ohio owners have not bought a share into those buckets yet, and they plan to. So although it may say 70 tonight, you may see it say 7 by Wednesday. I expect a lot of that stuff to disappear throughout the week, which only gives me more confidence as I head into the Ohio sale, the select sale 2023 on September the 15th. So coming to Columbus next week or coming to the sale, we'll be around. Would love to chat, talk to you. But for now, I am all done signing off for the night. Blue Jays have won. The day went well. Oh, I didn't talk about the 2 fillies. We bought 2, a filly and a colt in Illinois. We bought Alibaba's brother today. We bought the brother. I didn't know how he'd look. Jim Eaton did a great job. Drove all the way down to the sale. Took pictures of horses all day. We talked back and forth all day. Had a great dialogue. He loved number 35. Now, the leading sire in Illinois, I believe by far, if I'm not mistaken, is Lou's Legacy. They've been good. We haven't got one yet. You know, we got a couple of, off-brand sires over the last couple of years, and they've done okay. I think Alibaba's going to have a good year. Kind of a crappy year of racing in Illinois. A couple of rainouts, and the schedule late at Hawthorne. I know a lot of the people out there were complaining, and I suspect they'll get it rectified for next year. But for now, Alibaba had 1 stake start this year, so her entire calendar is still left. So it should be a lot of fun to watch. We got a Lou's Legacy. What a lady, what a night. Beautiful filly, nice video, number 35 out of the Illinois sale. And then we got 136, I believe, is Alibaba's brother. Lindy's True Grit colt, a half-brother to Alibaba. Lindy's True Grit, pretty well-bred horse. I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, I raced against him. Ben Wallace trained him, if I'm not mistaken. A decent sire again out there and doing good things in Illinois. We got our girl this week from Michigan talking about off-brand sires. That is way off the shelf, way off-brand. A Sunset Acres girl is going to race Friday. So as you can see, a ton of stakes culminating on this weekend. A lot going on, and I can't wait for it. So I will tell you this. If you want to get involved in the Illinois horses, we've already had 40 or 50% of them purchased by Illinois clients, which I do appreciate. Brian and Alan and a number of people out in Illinois. I do appreciate it. Thank you very much. I suspect those horses will sell out pretty quick also. So with that, I'll let you go now. I hope you're having a wonderful day, had a wonderful weekend with your family. I know I did. And hopefully a great week ahead with you too. I will talk to you guys soon.